Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, commerce and connections, Facebook friends, LinkedIn connections, social media friends. This is James Shastri speaking from Hyderabad. I'll be reading status update of Fadila Makke Bosu, who is international relations and security analyst at Voice and NT and geopolitics writer. He is writing now about Iran-Iraq war, not about Africa. His dissertation topic in the University of Ghana was Iraq war, Iran war. So he is writing about that now in a lucid way. With the happenings in Iran, kindly let us read once more what I wrote in 2024 when the Assad regime fell. The crumbling of Shia crescent, fast moving changes in the Middle East, the Sunni Shia rivalry in the Middle East, the Iraq is examples. This was my dissertation topics were my master's degree in the University of Ghana. As part of my work, I moved to demystify the different actors and their roles in the volatile region: Saudi Arabia, Iran, Israel, Egypt, Lebanon, and Iraq, and of course Iraq and Syria. The historical antecedents of the rivalry between the two most important sects in Islam were also narrated. During the research, I became familiar with the term Shia crescent. By this, experts were referring to a contiguous territory stretching from Iran through Iraq and Syria into southern Lebanon, which was either populated by Shias or dominated by them. More importantly, Iran, the largest of these states, seems to have significant influence on the decision makers and are other powerful actors in the other region countries. The Shiite dominated governments of Iraq, the Alawi dominated governments of Syria and Hezbollah in Lebanon were important agents on the crescent. Amam and Houthis are included, and so on. The October 7th attack on Israel, while significantly remote from the center of the crescent, Tehran has proven to be the beginning of the undoing of the group. After Hezbollah tied events in Gaza to its short-term military operations aspirations, Israel has ensured that it has become significantly weakened. After Hamas was battered in Gaza, the decapitation of Hezbollah and the destruction of its infrastructure by Israel was a significant blow to the Shia crescent. The Assad left. While the events in the last days in Syria seem to have caught many by surprise, it is quite clear that a lot of preparation has gone into them. The speed and alacrity with which the forces and the other groups are moving are not emerging spontaneously. After seeing Russia frustrated in Ukraine, they were ready to move against Assad. It appears that the election of Trump and the accompanying possibility of some settlement in Ukraine had preempted the current onslaught. They do not want a stronger Russia backing Assad. They have succeeded with his exit. The fall of Assad, the coming of his Alawi dominated regime is another. Lost to Tehran, the leader of the crescent, interestingly experienced forces have sought refuge in Iraq, geographically the next member of the group. Also with the Islamics predominantly Sunnis leading and dominating the current stages in Syria. The Sunni Shia dynamics in Syria, Iraq, Iran and the entire region could dominate the headlines in the coming months. Are the Sunnis in Syria going to support disgruntled Sunnis in Iraq? The roles and interests of Turkey and Israel in the current situation are also critical. Tehran is unhappy, so is Moscow. A map is given. I will be sharing this article as well as a video through social media. Thank you so much.